The recent expansion of NATO into Scandinavia, in which Sweden and Finland have joined that particular military alliance, poses a unique threat to Russia that has already begun to produce effects. There have been reciprocal dismissals of diplomats between the two countries and arrests and charges of spying, as well as announcements and/or rumors of decisions being made to base NATO troops right up at Russia's border, along the very long border with Finland. To sort all of that out, we spoke with Helsinki-based journalist Lena Hietanen. We spoke with her via Skype on Wednesday. Lena, first of all, thank you for your time, and it's nice to have a pair of eyes looking at what's going on from Finland at this whole NATO ascension and announcements, anyway, of troops, the U.S. troop deployments possibly in Finland, and also this ongoing spy versus spy thing between Russia and Finland and the expelling of diplomats and all of that. You want to give us a sort of a picture of what you're seeing from where you are?
Well, first of all, the relations between Finland and Russia has never been so low as now. We are really in the bottom in our relations. And of course, one reason is NATO, but I have to say that Finland has been escalating this situation already long before NATO membership. But or you could say even so that NATO membership was already clear long before it became official. That Russia has always said that Finland has been betraying or playing with NATO already 20 years or immediately after the Soviet collapse. So in that sense, Russia has no illusions about Finland. We have been playing with America and Great Britain and all the enemies of Russia already long ago. And then this spy story is somehow, giving some, explanations why Russia is so pissed off. And Finland has been, expelling Russian diplomats. In June, we expelled 9 of them. So we are almost emptying this embassy. Russian embassy is almost empty already because Finland has been expelling so many diplomats. So they are now, when Russia came out with this spy story, so there is a lot of, old stuff. Some of those so-called spies, they are already, arrested 2 years ago. So it's an old story, and there is a lot of this kind of. They have been dealing with business, like working in the shipyard or somehow with the shipyard. And there has been Russian ownership also. So I am not absolutely sure that this is like. Is it a spy thing or just, marketing or whatever? Because you never know.
Right. So, to me, it looks, I don't know if you're familiar with Mad Magazine. It was something they had here, a comedic magazine, 60s and 70s here. There was a running series of articles, Spy versus Spy. And it was like campy. They do these different things to each other, and they had always, during the Cold War, Get Smart television show, these different things that were spoofs on that, because some of the claims that were coming from the United States, those are the ones we heard, were just so patently ridiculous that they made fun of it in almost openly.
Yeah, because I simply think that Russians were really, hurt and embarrassed that Finland expelled 9 diplomats. Saying that they were spies. And now these stories, what FSB, Russian Secret Service, is saying that Finland is harassing, our secret police is harassing the diplomats, their family, they go to the barber shop, they go to dog park. There is a secret police of Finland harassing them, asking them questions. So it sounds like, this kind of even comedy what the Finnish secret police is doing. They are like, suspecting everybody to be a spy.
What exactly do you think is behind the change in relations, and what's driving it? Is this something that's top down? Is this something that where the propaganda stirs the people up? Is there some indigenous problem with Russians among Finnish people, or what?
Like, okay, the whole Western world is like a fruit cake. This is a little bit like a comedy. Like the Finnish police is the Finnish authorities or our politicians, they are behaving like a schoolboy bullies Russia. This is, this is embarrassing to watch. We have become like, childish game with Russia. We are not adults. The Russians are really, really pissed off with Finland. We have been doing all kind of stupid things, just trying to, how do you say, to stick with the bear. Just trying to, get Russia angry, and because we have this nuclear umbrella from the United States, we are showing that now we are trying to be so good that we are trying to find spies for MI6, because MI6 is definitely here giving advice to Finnish secret police, because we have been very poor in this foreign intelligence or intelligence business. It's not our field. We are a small country with very, clumsy secret police and so on. Great Britain has taken over all the Baltic states and, of course, CIA, but mainly I would say that MI6, because when I was working in Estonia, in Estonia they were very, high-profile secret service from Great Britain, because if you remember this Skripal case, so there were some of the secret service MI6 persons who were somehow involved with the Skripal case. So that, MI6 is everywhere here, and also CIA. But I think that Finland is now, we are getting educated by the MI6, our secret service. Because we got 2019, we got new laws, intelligence laws, and now we are allowed to have foreign intelligence. We have not been so eager to do these kind of things during the Soviet period or Cold War. Helsinki was, during the Cold War, very important place for all kind of spies. They were meeting here and talking to each other, meeting each other and so on. But we were not the main thing to be spied on or something. Just, gave the opportunity. What happens here now in the West, that why everybody is getting so, full of hatred and so on. So I guess that this is more or less this ideology in the West, Russophobia, and United States opened the Pandora's box by this Kiovan fascist masquerade, so that we are just seeing very, low life. There is no intellectual life. I'm sorry to say, but yeah, really, USA has been, by doing this NATO occupation, is really revealing, everybody without a mask.
People in the United States that don't know geography don't understand this. And Helsinki, the capital there, is 243 miles. Okay, what's that? 400 kilometers roughly, to St. Petersburg, which is the forward capital, the former capital of Russia. It's one of the two major cities in the western part of Russia, and there's the Gulf of Finland on one. You've got water approaches to St. Petersburg and into Russia from all over the place there, and basing a military presence in Finland, they might as well just park it in St. Petersburg. And I don't understand it. It's so provocative.
Really, it's absurd, because now in Finland we are talking not only to expelling these diplomats, Russian diplomats, but there is this demilitarization, demilitarized island, Åland, and Finland wants to tear down this agreement and make a NATO base there. But that would be like, casus belli for Russia. If Finland will start to somehow don't let the Russian ships or cargo or whatever to go to Kaliningrad and so on. So the situation is very tense. And Finns seem to me reckless. This is like a very reckless policy, also reckless from the United States, to let Finland even think that here would be troops, or you could have a base here, or you can start to, watching the Gulf of Finland, how many Russian ships can go there. You are trying to do the same as in the Black Sea with the grain deal, or somehow that who will watch over the, inspect all those cargo ships, who is carrying weapons and whatsoever. But all these things that the NATO troops should come here is definitely escalation. And I can't take them seriously, those talks. I simply can't take them seriously.
Lena, thank you so much for your time. And We'll speak with you again because I have a feeling this isn't going to go away anytime soon.
No, I think so too. 50 years of NATO occupation, it's going to kill Finland.
I hope not, but it's sure risky. Thanks a lot. Appreciate your time. For KPFK, I'm Don DeBar.